Have you ever been on the hunt for a new book friend? Gone to all that effort to join Bookla, finally decided on the book that you think might be the one, only to go on a date with that book and be completely disappointed? You need never fear book disappointment anymore, because the blind book dating service is here for you. We go on dates with books for you and tell you exactly what to expect from them. Today's book date is with A Court of Mist and Fury, the second book in the fantasy series by Sarah J. Maas. In the first book, we are introduced to Feyre, a young woman living in a world where humans and fairies do not get along. When she kills a fairy while out hunting in the wood, she is told that as payment she must live out her life in the fairy realms. Because it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, of course she falls in love before realizing that the man she's fallen in love with is cursed and has to break the curse to save him. This second book continues on from that story when Feyre learns that the curse she broke is only the beginning of an impending war led from across the seas. She must decide whether to let her experiences from the first book break her or to work through them in order to save her land from the future war. I won't say any more than that because I do want this review to be spoiler free for anyone who hasn't read the series at all, but I will say that this book took a lot of what I expected to see in a fantasy novel and turned it on its head. A lot of the classic tropes were given some depth and reality that I have yet to see in another YA fantasy book, and it genuinely made me stop and think about my opinions on several topics for days after I had finished it. The only thing that I will say is that there are certain characters in this series whose characterization changes dramatically from the first book to the second book, and the only explanation for this seems to be that it fits better with the plotline that Sarah J. Maas was trying to write. To me, that is more of a failing on the part of the first book than this one though, because all it would have taken was some hints here and there in the first book for that characterization change to make more sense. All in all though, I am thoroughly obsessed with this book, and if you have a feminist voice inside you that wants to sing with pride, then spend some time with this badass lady because she is exactly what you need. I gave this book a 5-star rating and a novel star that looks like this up in the corner. If you have read this book and you want to know more of my spoilery thoughts on it, then have a chat with me down in the comments. Otherwise, I will see you in some other video very shortly, I am sure, and until then, as always, stay classic.
Sit there and count your fingers.